So because the store is out of a lot of cleaning supplies, I rounded up what I have. So I have Windex, antibacterial Windex, Ajax. I've got antibacterial dish soap. I've also got some natural products like salt and apple cider vinegar and a lemon and some baking soda as well as some Listerine. That is 99.9% germ killing. So yeah, just kind of round up or find stuff in your house that is disinfecting and get ready to clean for this coronavirus. And although Amazon's out of a lot of stuff like hand sanitizer and hand wipes and stuff, they do have baby wipes, and I got the case of baby wipes. So you can get a ton of them for $12 and some change on Amazon. So, stock up on some wipes and paper towels and then use your other cleaning supplies, your antibacterial ingredients to create your own basically hand sanitizer, house sanitizer, and cleaning agents. Hi everyone. So I am going to be talking all about cleaning and quarantine and showing you a few things that I am doing amidst this coronavirus scare. I do live in Washington State. So this state, I believe, has the highest number of cases and deaths so far. However, it has mostly been on the west side of the state. I'm on the east side. So we haven't had any kind of big outbreak over here that we know of. But as anybody knows that's watching the news, a lot of people just haven't been tested. So you never know where it's really lurking. So the other reason why I'm doing this video is because I do feel that I have a little bit of experience working with quarantine. I successfully kept my little brother as a 6-month-old infant safely quarantined within a household that had whooping cough. And whooping cough is highly contagious. It also can be fatal, it's very risky for infants. And in our household growing up, we did not have vaccinations. So our family was exposed to whooping cough. Everybody, because it was actually in a car, we were giving somebody a ride and that individual had whooping cough, so he coughed in the whole car. So everybody was, initially exposed. And then Ezra, my little brother, was about 1.5 years, almost 2 years old. He caught it. And my older brother Josh caught it. He was in college. He was actually home on break from college. So they both had whooping cough in the household, of course, are coughing a lot. So it's getting, those droplets can be airborne. So it was very risky for Isaiah, who was at the time 6 months old. This is before Esther and Zach were adopted. So it was just Josh, me, Ezra, and Isaiah. So I quarantined Isaiah in my bedroom at the time and safely quarantined him for nearly a month. Well, Ezra and Josh got over their symptoms, recovered from whooping cough, and I did not catch it, and I did not have a vaccination. Isaiah did not catch it, and he did not have a vaccination. I also believe that during that month, because he was so little, he was just a 6-month-old infant. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, 24 hours, 7 days a week for a month. And you really do bond with whoever you're kind of shut in with. And so I really do kind of also feel that that was the time that we first bonded, kind of more as a parent, like a mother child relationship. And that kind of set the tone, of course, for later. As many of you know, I did get full custody of Isaiah, and he is my oldest son now. So that all aside, I just wanted to kind of share some of the things that I did that were successful, even living in a household where it's infected, where everybody, presumably everything outside of that bedroom had whooping cough on it. So what I did is, it's almost like, so if you have somebody with coronavirus in your household and you need to quarantine them, pick a room. And I used my bedroom As I mentioned, make sure that you have a lot of clean, sanitized changes of clothes in there, because every time you go out, you're gonna have to strip down those clothes before going back in that room. So almost like as if you had a hazmat suit. So you're going out into the infested, area, which was the entire house except for that bedroom. And then, anything you touch, anything you interact with probably has whooping cough, in this case, coronavirus, if that's in your household. And so then you're going to strip everything off, like a layer off, including not just washing your hands, and of course, making sure that you don't touch your face and that everything is clean, that you come in contact with, you're constantly washing, but also you're going to have to take off everything that you interacted with the environment with, which is your clothes. So a little side note about that, I would also sanitize diapers, because we also were in a household where both Isaiah and Ezra were in diapers, and they were not disposable. We did not have a budget for disposable diapers, so it was cloth diapers that we used. And that's another level of gross and cleaning, a whole nother level. So anyway, back to the coronavirus. I was just thinking about that past experience many years ago, 25 years ago, almost, 25 and a half years ago. So it was a long time ago, but I remember it so vividly because it did take a lot of work and a lot of, common sense precautions, and it was successful. So that was good. Moving ahead to the coronavirus, I know that there are a lot of concerns out there for people who are in cities with high infestation rates, and also anybody in a family that has anyone having symptoms. Instead of, in our case, instead of the well people being quarantined, because everybody either had, the mom and dad had immunizations, and then Ezra and Josh were infected. So 4 out of 6 people were either infected or couldn't get whooping cough. So the smallest number of people are the ones you want to quarantine if you're in a household, whether the smallest number is the people that are actually sick or the smallest number is the people that are actually well. So in this case, it was the people that were well. So I divide it into, also just like with household stuff, weekly cleaning, daily cleaning, and then the continuous cleaning. So the continuous cleaning are things like hands and surfaces. The daily cleaning involves things like shoes, floors, clothes, lots of laundry, dishes, all that kind of stuff for daily cleaning. And then weekly cleaning are things like bedding, baseboards, furniture covers. I actually have couch covers on my furniture, and because I do hair, I have people coming in and out of my house, so we're not really quarantined here. However, I can manage the cleanliness by cleaning surfaces, washing the couch covers, disinfecting the carpet, cleaning the floors, and making sure that shoes stay outside or are taken off right at the door, and then hands are washed immediately after, and that kind of thing. So I also wanted to share some of so in our area, there's no alcohol, rubbing alcohol, there's no hydrogen peroxide, there is no hand sanitizer, everything is just wiped out, gone, and there's also no toilet paper. So we thankfully are stocked up on toilet paper. However, so I am just working with the things that I actually have on hand for cleaning agents. I like this Windex because it has the disinfectant, kills 99.9% of germs. Anything that says kills 99.9% of germs is going to be something that you're going to want to pay attention to. Listerine. We have a little bit of extra mouthwash, which is another product that you can use. vinegar, especially raw apple cider vinegar, is really good for internal immune system boosting, but it's also a really good disinfectant. You can shake it up in a bottle with a little bit of water, like half and half, and mist surfaces, carpets, things like that. Of course, let them dry so they don't get, you don't want to leave surfaces wet. However, you can mist them. You can even pat them dry with a towel. Another one is dish soap. There's plenty of dish soap. Antibacterial though. You want to find the antibacterial on everything. So some other things that are antibacterial in nature, of course, are things like lemons. If you dig your fingernails into a lemon after juicing it, if you're going to use the juice for something, it'll really disinfect under your nails. The same with any of this stuff though. Just use a nice like toothbrush or nail brush. When you wash your hands, make sure to scrub under your nails. So these are the 4 things that, again, I'm using for cleaning these days. And you could use any one of them if you just have one and you're not able to access others, or you can rotate for different things, different surfaces. So obviously the Windex for TV, windows, any kind of smooth surfaces or glass like that. The soap, you can definitely just suds up some of this in a bowl with water, warm water, and clean your floor. I actually like to hand clean my floor because I don't really trust a mop to actually get everywhere. So, you know by the feeling of the friction that you're actually doing a good job cleaning. The apple cider vinegar, again, can help clean your body. Like you can rinse out your mouth after you've maybe been outside, breathing or whatever. You can also just, take a tablespoon of this a day or whatever. But again, you can spritz this on surfaces with water, diluted with water, to disinfect. Listerine, I like to use this in the bathtub, shower, anything like just like bathroom cleaning. I don't know, it smells fresh. You can also shake up 50% of Listerine and 50% of water and spritz it on your scalp or your hair to keep your hair or scalp disinfected if you're not washing every day. Like me, like I have braids, so I don't wash every day. But the other thing with hair is you can put it up to keep it out. The main thing is you don't want to be touching hair. Like if hair is constantly coming in your face and you're wiping it out of your face, then you have to think about, what did your hands just touch? Now that's in your hair. So I like to just keep my hair off of my neck, off of my face, and I've just been keeping it in a little top knot bun for the past 2 weeks. So, figure out a solution for your hair that gets it out of the way. You can, of course, wear headbands and other things like that. With your clothes, you can add some either vinegar or baking soda or other things to the laundry for the colors, the darker clothes that can't take bleach. You can add a little bit of disinfecting agent to the laundry. So make sure that your bedding, your couch covers, your clothes, that kind of thing get disinfected. Also, shoes, when you're coming in from being outside, not only do they need to come off, but I like to make sure to wipe them down because shoes are a big carrier of funk and germs and this virus, potentially. Because if somebody coughs and those droplets fall, we know that the coronavirus is transmitted by droplets, and then you step on the droplets with your shoes, and then you walk in the house on your carpet, and then you lay on the carpet later. That's how things just spread so quickly. So because this virus is not airborne, wiping and washing is your big defense. So I'm going to share with you some of the processes and ways that I do some of these continuous cleaning methods, as well as daily cleaning methods and weekly cleaning methods. So for something like cleaning a trampoline, which Langston uses at this trampoline every single day, or anything else that has some kind of like porous fabric or surface on it, I clean it once from the front, and then I'm going to clean it once from the back as well, just because that surface is porous. Also, the dirtier type of items I'm going to clean with wet wipes instead of actually a washcloth, because I don't want to put germs unnecessarily in the laundry. And I know this isn't super eco-friendly, but when it comes to sanitizing things or cleaning, you definitely want to care more about the actual hygiene aspect than your garbage level. So I also just sprayed a wet wipe with some of that antibacterial, then I'm just going around the edges of the trampoline. And this is a daily item for cleaning, since he uses it every day and, you know, is going to potentially come inside from school or something. Even if he has taken his shoes off, he still has the germs on his clothes, you know, from school. And I know that they haven't had any cases of coronavirus at Langston and Franklin School, so that's good. But better safe than sorry. So that's the trampoline cleaned. And you'll notice I am wearing slippers because it is a good idea to have a pair of, you know, house shoes designated for wearing something in the house, as opposed to, of course, wearing your shoes in the house. Now for the pillows, I'll show you how I clean those in a bit, but what we're gonna do is take this couch cover off. And it probably looks a little silly, but what I put in my couch cover are spatulas, because, and spoons, like kitchen utensils, because they help keep it tucked in. So then, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take that couch cover off. This is something that you can do either daily, like at the end of the day, or weekly, depending on, you know, how much traffic you feel like is going on your couch. I really like this couch cover because it's got elastic all over, all around, and so it really does stay on. Some couch covers do not stay on very well, so this one stays on, and then I keep it tucked in with those utensils. So we're just going to take that off, and as you can see, I have a shabby couch, which is why I have a couch cover in the first place. But we're going to throw this down the laundry chute, and while that's going down the chute, I'm going to just go ahead and once over the couch surface. Even though nobody's been in direct contact with the couch other than the couch cover, I'm still going to clean just in case there were any, you know, liquids or anything like that that got through. Just gonna wipe one time down the couch, and you want to turn your paper towel or wipe over just to make sure that, again, you're cleaning that surface really well. So, and then what I'm going to do with the pillow cushions is I'm still using the same disinfectant. I'm just going to spray and then just wipe. And these will dry, they'll air dry, but you don't want to saturate these, you know, any kind of fabric. You just want to mist it and then wipe it. And it'll air dry probably within about 30 minutes or so. So we're just misting and wiping all the pillows. I don't know why I have so many pillows, but anyways. And the place that I got my couch cover at is called SureFit. So SureFit does all kind of different styles of couch covers. Again, my recommendation is to get one that actually has the elastic on it and then use some utensils like this to actually keep it tucked in. So right here you are looking at basically Germ Central. This is the front door entrance. So most everything that comes in from the outside world comes in through this door. I have shaken up some of that apple cider vinegar mixed with 50% water. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disinfect the front door entrance. I'm going to be using this towel, actually, this washcloth, for cleaning the floor in a minute. So I'll be reusing it. But you want to make sure that your doorknobs and all of the entranceway stuff, light switches, don't spray your artwork. And think of the height of everybody. So Langston's height is going to be like right in here. So I want to wash, you know, all of like where his hands are going, as well as where more of the adult hands are going, which is in here, and then also up a little bit higher up here. So disinfect that whole thing. We're also going to disinfect the mail slot. We actually get our mail inside of our house, which is awesome. And then the next thing is the floor. This, by the way, you can do on walls, doorknobs, doors, handles, cupboards, all of your surfaces where you're going to actually be touching throughout your house. So my vacuum is currently broken, which really sucks. I actually ordered a new little one, a cheap little $30 one on Amazon. But meanwhile, while that's coming, I have to just sweep. So another weekly thing is to clean your broom. You want to disinfect your broom so that you're not like sweeping germs through your house. But in the meantime, make sure that before you're going to disinfect your floor, you are going to actually sweep up all of the dust, dirt, and little particles, because you don't want to have to wipe all that stuff up. See, Langston actually has a whole piece of cheese over here. If you have kids in the house, it's just impossible to not have little bits of food somewhere stored away. So I'm always finding things when I clean. The gym bag is one of the grossest things, so I'm going to set that aside for further disinfecting. And shoes are going to all need to be cleaned. Once again, we're going to set them aside as a separate project. Franklin's shoes take up the bulk of the space around our door. Langston's shoes coming in second, and then I have like another set of more house shoes that I keep by the doors so that when I come in I can take my shoes off, and actually take my shoes off, slip into my house shoes, and then carry the shoes that I took off, you know, into another room and put them in the closet so that Langston doesn't get my shoes. But Franklin's shoes have been accumulating at the door, so we need to get on top of that and not have the shoes just sitting here having been out in the outside world. So after you sweep up, and you can see I've gotten quite a bit of stuff swept up. Now with sweeping, and everybody probably knows how to sweep, but you want to sweep in short little bits, short little strokes, and you know, sweep all towards one direction. I know some people, I've seen like people just like doing like this, which does nothing. I'm kind of anal about my sweeping, but anyway, sweep it in a little pile. Again, you're going to be cleaning your broom and your dustpan after this too, because you're going to want to disinfect those things too after you get done with your deep clean in the house. So we're going to go ahead and put the sweeping supplies away. And then I have here a bowl with warm water and that antibacterial dish soap. And what I'm going to do is use my cloth, and you want just kind of like some kind of a washcloth or rag that you really don't care about very much. I'm also going to go behind with a dry towel that I don't care about that much, just because, you know, in the event that anybody walks in when you're cleaning the floor, it will actually create a bigger mess than if you had not cleaned it before. So those track through a whole bunch of wet stuff. So what I do is I'm going to wash the floor and these baseboards with this soapy water, and you want to make sure that you keep going back in to get more soap. You want to really make sure that you scrub, feel that you're really washing that floor area. Keep your hand pushed down so that it's really picking up any dirt and residue. And we're going to do this actually for the entire floor. I won't bore you with showing you, you know, the extended process, but I just want to show you little bits of each part of the process. So once you've gotten an area and it's wet, just go ahead and go with your dry towel so that if anybody comes home or needs to walk on that, it's not going to track through. So that is how I disinfect my floors. And again, this is a daily thing that should happen at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day in the morning before anybody is running around. So you just want to basically make sure that your floor is clean, because we all know that little kids, and sometimes bigger people too, if you drop something on the floor and you pick it up and eat it, that whatever's on the floor went straight into your mouth. So I always, especially when I have little kids, such as younger than school age, younger than 5, I always wash my floors. And I feel like a mop sometimes just pushes everything around. It doesn't actually wipe it and pick it up and move it off the floor. So that's why I use a washcloth instead of an actual mop to clean my floors. So now once you have actually disinfected or washed the floor, you can then go back with some kind of like Mop and Glow or Pledge or something that, you know, would shine your wood floors. Similarly with your hands are going to dry out from hand washing all the time. So don't forget your lotion. Keep your lotion bottle clean, but after you wash your hands, get a little squirt of lotion, or else you're going to start getting dry, chapped hands, and then that can also break down your skin barrier, which is one of your first lines of defense against any kind of disease or illness. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this water, and we will start in with another phase. As I mentioned with carpets, you can take your 50% vinegar, 50% water solution in your spray bottle, and you can mist it, you know, after you've cleaned your carpet off, you can mist it and then just simply kind of wipe that into the carpet or off of the surface of the carpet, and that is going to give you a nice protective disinfected layer on that carpet. Now, for actually cleaning shoes, I'm going to use a little mixture of the vinegar, some baking soda, and some water, as well as a toothbrush. I've gotten some vinegar, about a half a cup of vinegar or so, and then some water, and I'm just going to go ahead and add the baking soda. And you can see that fizz, just kind of like the whole volcano science experiment that you do in school. And then just get like an old toothbrush, stir that up, and then you're gonna take a shoe and just do like one shoe at a time. We're gonna just scrub from the outside down. Now you don't have to scrub the whole cloth area or leather area, because we want to kind of like leave that to just wipe it down, but you're going to go ahead and scrub with the toothbrush the sole of the shoe. And if you see any little like stickers or pieces of stuff underneath, you're going to want to also scrub that out. As long as you're getting the main part of the shoe, like on the surface around the shoe, you know, that's the main thing, because that's where you're going to handle your shoes when you put them back on, is on the outside of it. So once we've done that, we're going to then grab a wipe and just wipe down the surface of the shoe, because a wipe is going to be a lot more gentle with the shoe than that vinegar and toothbrush and baking soda. Shoes get very dirty. Now, if you want to be extreme about this, you could also take out the shoelaces and actually wash them, but I'm going to just go ahead and kind of once over on the shoelaces. So you can see clean shoes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one, again with your baking soda, vinegar, and water, and then just your toothbrush, just to go ahead and really clean all the way around the sole. Now, I actually prefer to use rubbing alcohol for this, but as I said, there's no rubbing alcohol to be bought anywhere right now. So we are being resourceful with other things at this point. And vinegar is a really good disinfectant. Not a whole lot of crap lives in vinegar, which is why you can store vinegar in your cupboard for basically indefinitely. It'll just keep forever, because no bacteria is going to live in there. Now, another thing that bacteria can't live in is honey, but like obviously you're not going to use honey as a cleaning agent because it's super sticky, so that wouldn't work very well. So another clean shoe, and then once the shoes are clean, I'm just going to be putting one pair of shoes per person at the door and be, you know, asking Franklin in particular to keep his shoes, you know, the rest of his shoes other than one pair, just out of access, because I don't want Langston grabbing dirty shoes and picking up germs or the virus. So as you can see, that vinegar baking soda solution really does clean shoes, even if you're not trying to disinfect them for the purpose of not spreading the coronavirus. You can actually just use this as a shoe cleaning method as well if you don't have rubbing alcohol, which again, I like to clean the white soles with rubbing alcohol if I have the option. So then you're just gonna go ahead and wipe all the way around. And I'm just gonna get a separate wipe to do the bottom of the shoe, with the expectation that nobody's really going to be walking in the house with shoes on. We're going to kind of, you know, once over the bottom of the shoe. So clean shoes, one pair of shoes per person at the door. That's kind of what I feel like. And then also for anyone like me who likes to wear shoes in the house, you know, just have like a separate pair of either flip-flops or slippers or something that you can just throw on your feet really fast once you come home and take your shoes off, so that you don't walk through the house with your shoes on, because whatever you have walked in out in the wide world is then going to be all over your floor, and we don't want to have to re-clean the floor. The person who cleans the floors is probably the person who is going to take their shoes off the most often, because they understand that it's work to clean. So, shoes are clean, door is clean, carpet's clean. So that's kind of your entryway. After you get done cleaning, always again, go wash your hands and throw away your little accumulation of wipes. Clean your cleaning supplies and then start the next process. A little side note about fruits and vegetables. People pick up these fruits in the store, and so they also could be contaminated. One of the ways that I like to actually wash my fruits and vegetables is just to wash them almost as if they were a dish. So you're going to put a small amount of antibacterial dish soap on that apple or banana or whatever, but you know, the banana you're going to peel and you can just wash your hands after that. But on this, you know, if you're going to eat the skin of the apple, you want to wash it, and you can actually feel, you know, you want to wash it to the point where you get all that soap off. Obviously, you do not want to taste any soap, but you want to clean it. You want to make sure that you clean it to the point where it's like smooth and you can hear that squeaky clean type of sound. So wash all of your fruits and vegetables, and also with a little bit of dish soap. And then also make sure that you wipe down like your milk jugs and any other kind of supplies that you bring in the house from the store. So I'm just gonna dry my hands off really quick, but yeah, you shouldn't be able to taste dish soap on that apple. In fact, it actually tastes better like this because is just clean, and I can't taste any of that, whatever they put on the peel, like the pesticides and all that kind of stuff. So it's another way to get that off of the apple. So once again, coronavirus cleaning and quarantine, little review. If somebody in your house has coronavirus or flu-like symptoms, make sure that you quarantine the smallest number of people possible, whether it's the sick people or the well people, in a room. Continue to clean everything in the house that you interact with. Anyone who is not sick needs to protect themselves by washing hands, not touching your face, but also if you are going into the room to care for the loved one who is sick, make sure that you change your clothes after you've interacted, especially if it's a child that you have to hold. If they're touching your clothes, sneezing on your clothes or whatever, those clothes are going to come off just like a hazmat suit. So you can also use like a scarf or a handkerchief as a mask. If you don't have any masks or your area is out of masks, you can kind of make your own mask. I also used like a turtleneck shirt and just like lift the turtleneck so you can kind of like breathe through that. Just any kind of barrier so that droplets don't get on your face if you're interacting with someone. And then again, your weekly cleaning, your furniture covers, the bedding, the baseboards, daily cleaning, things like shoes, clothes, floors, anything that comes in direct contact. And then continuous cleaning being things like hands, surfaces, dishes, just continuous, anything that you're interacting with, clean it every single interaction. And don't forget the lotion because you don't want ashy hands. Don't not wash your hands just because it's going to make them dry. Just wash your hands and then get the lotion out of the bottle so that the lotion bottle stays sanitized. So it's not too hard. I hope everyone stays protected and safe, and let me know if you have any questions. Wipe down purses, backpacks, car steering wheels. Just think of anything you touch. If it was like a plague or something, like what would you do? It's just common sense. Like anything you touch or are in contact with needs to be washed. So stay safe, stay healthy, and just remember that you do have disinfectant cleaning supplies in your house, even if you think you don't, even if you can't get hand sanitizer, can't get alcohol, can't get Clorox wipes or whatever. If you have some vinegar, if you have some salt, you can do salt water. If you have lemon juice, you can use lemon juice for some things. If you have Listerine, mouthwash, anything that's antibacterial will work to clean. And as I said, shake up that 50% vinegar, 50% water in the bottle, mist that on things, wipe it down, just keep wiping everything down. And I hope that we all stay healthy and safe and that your loved ones are safe as well. And there is an activist group that's kind of launched out of this called Flu Mob. I think it's flumob.com or flumob.org. So I joined the Flu Mob just to kind of see like what they're up to. But that came out of the activist graduate school with Micah White. And so get on there, just stay informed, try to keep your brain turned on more than your panic mode emotions. Just think through everything, be smart. And I'm thinking of maybe doing some recipes with like canned goods that are still tasty, even if you're shut in, you can't get any fresh meat or fresh produce. Like, how do you eat just out of cans and still have some nice meals? I've thought about doing that. I've thought about doing just how do you work from home type videos, because I've been doing that for 5 years, working from home anyways. So let me know if there's something that interests you as far as content, and I am here for you. And YouTube isn't going anywhere. And if you're quarantined or you're stuck at home, you can catch up on all those YouTube videos of mine that you missed. I think there are more than 80 now on my channel, so get to it. Finally, one more thing, forgot to mention, stop smoking off of people, stop drinking off of people, stop eating off of people. In other words, don't share blunts, cigarettes, drinks, food. Be a little bit picky, be a little bit selfish, keep your distance from people, and stay safe.